Today, we are watching people ages 5 to 75 answer the question, what is your biggest regret?
And I think the video goes from the young and it ages all the way up.
Oh, nice.
And so we're going to get to see the gradient.
Hey.
And so we're going to have a really cool talk about what changes.
What is your biggest regret?
I went to the playground and I want to go again today. I wish I had never met that mean girl. I do wish I was still in ice skating class.
Teasing my sister because she sometimes hits me.
Getting angry at my family sometimes.
Wait, what did he say?
Wait a minute.
To what, my sister?
Teasing my sister because she sometimes hits me?
Biggest regret. It's going to be quick. It's going to be a lot of quick ones, but we can try and see if we can find any trends.
Nice.
And I'm just reminding myself, okay, that you're being asked, what is your biggest regret?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it all seems very small.
So far, it's been little things.
little
that
things,
happen.
little things, yeah.
Wish I was still in ice skating class.
Teasing my sister because she sometimes hits me.
Getting
Dude, this kid
angry
has
at
something.
my family sometimes.
One time by accident, I kicked someone.
Nothing.
Nothing.
I got no regrets.
Not spending more time
oh.
with my oldest brother before he went to college.
Probably not trying as hard as when I was younger with grades.
Getting in a huge fight with my best friend since I was 2 years old.
Not being more open to things.
Not letting
Oh.
my grandmother know how much I loved her.
I regret going to an acting conservatory my senior year of high school.
I regret taking myself too seriously when I was in high school.
Hey.
Not
Okay.
taking.
Wait, so we just had the one girl in her teens say, I wish I took my grades more seriously, like early teens. And then late teens, we have some guy say, I wish I didn't take myself as seriously in school, right?
Oh.
But he said take myself seriously, not necessarily grades, but I think there's a lot of overlap there in terms of just like how focused you are on your character or like on how other people are perceiving you the whole time.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my like biggest things about my high school time is that I was like just such a less vibrant version of myself.
Yeah.
And I think that was because I wanted to impress everyone. Like make everyone like me. Didn't want any
Very similar here. I'm noticing the answers really ramping up in their maturity levels.
Yes.
Like I wish I was more open-minded or something like that. I wish I was more open. Someone says.
Yeah, that was like the 17-year-old.
Yeah.
And the 18-year-old said the thing about wishing that she had spent more time with her grandmother.
That's
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much development you have in just like a 5-year time span.
Yes, totally.
Oh, we could ask each other our biggest regrets at the end of this. Oh.
Maybe when we were younger and maybe now.
Interesting. I don't know if I can answer for my young self, but
Yeah.
all right, we're at 22.
Yeah,
Let's see
yeah,
what
yeah.
this 22.
Okay.
We're going all the way to 75.
High school.
I don't.
Not taking chances.
When my aunt died, I wasn't there, and she was a really important part of my life.
Not thinking before I speak more frequently in my day-to-day life.
Not getting to know my father more before he died.
I wish I knew what I really wanted to do earlier.
Not getting into computer science at an earlier age.
Having a better relationship with my family as a teenager.
Not taking school as seriously as I should have.
My parents got me tickets for Christmas to see Sweeney Todd. I did not get tickets, and my best friend went with another friend. I kind of regret that. I should have seen that musical with her.
Chances to speak up for other people or to stop people from being bullied.
Not taking more advantage of my college experience.
Not trying out for as many sports as I could have in high school.
Kind of pissing away in my 20s. See, I have many regrets.
You say pissing
That guy definitely pissed away his 20s.
Just
like
pissed away.
Whoa.
To say that you pissed away part of your life is
You know he's been
tough.
thinking about that for a while.
I don't want to know what that was like.
Yeah.
I really don't. What I'm noticing, this is really interesting. I was much more attracted to the 17 to 22 range
Yeah.
answers, and they're becoming much more of like what I didn't do in my past that is now that didn't set me up for success right now.
Yes.
Except for one guy who didn't see Sweeney Todd.
That was hilarious. That was such a niche call.
Yeah.
The thing that's interesting to me is that you can almost, I don't know if I'm just adding this onto my perception of what they're saying, but you can almost feel them being like more boxed in terms of their beliefs on life.
As they get older.
Like it almost feels like the way that they're stating a question or stating their regret has in it a lot of like value systems. That they like, whereas the first kid was like, I want to go to the playground again. Which has no value systems. It's just play. And then like these people are like, I wish I had done better in school, and it's a 30-year-old talking about high school.
Yeah.
It's like probably because their life after that point became very dependent on how they did back then, or like maybe they blame a lot of their current circumstances on how they performed then. Right. Which is interesting.
Yeah. There's something so just the only feeling I get is just like I feel unattracted to this group.
Yeah. I wonder if as it gets older, if it's gonna get like, if it's gonna go back to more open and kind of.
I could see it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a little boop 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 for me.
Like a bell curve.
Yeah.
A little boop 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 boop.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
But I am where I am because of them, so I wouldn't change anything.
Not having taken a gap year before going to college.
Hey, shut up.
Not saying sorry more often.
That I didn't stick to dance classes when I was growing up because
that's
I
real.
love to dance, but I just missed out on a lot of technique.
That's real.
Regrets. I tried to live without regrets.
He just said no regrets.
Down a lot of technique.
No regrets. I tried to live without regrets. I think everything that I've done has been for a purpose. I regret not finishing college.
I don't regret anything. I don't believe in them.
Not following my dreams earlier in life.
Not saying the things that I really want to say.
Not staying single longer.
Being mean sometimes.
I wish I knew when I was younger. How wonderful I was.
I wasn't expecting that.
She has, that was nice.
Wow.
The pause got all.
The pause got wow, how wonderful I was.
Yeah, I liked the other dude who said one resonated really strongly with me, where he said, I regret not saying more of what I meant or something.
Yeah.
That was like speaking my mind more.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of these are also kind of, I'm noticing a theme throughout, pretty much from the conscious ages on, like the 16-year-olds up, started to say things about like not being my full self.
Yeah.
Which I find a really interesting
thing. That makes me think that maybe the people who are talking about like, I wish I finished college, I wish I had kept up with this, I wish I had taken a gap year, like maybe that's them regretting because they feel like that would have made them a more complete version of themselves. Yeah. That's interesting.
Just looking for fulfillment.
Yeah. But there's something about it that's like thinking back on something you didn't do and feeling like that's keeping you from being complete now. Or like following your completeness feels like kind of a cop-out to me. Like that you're blaming something that you did in the past on why you're not happy now, and like part of that's valid, but part of it feels like you always have the chance, like make it happen.
Try. Like you can take dance classes now and learn a lot of the techniques.
Exactly. That's a perfect example. Yeah.
And to think that these people, like in their 40s, are thinking about like things that happened in the first decade of life.
Yeah.
Like dance classes. And they've been thinking about, they could have taken dance classes for 45 years.
Yeah.
And what's holding them back.
Yeah. It's interesting. Wow. We're at 47. We're approaching 50s fast.
We are.
I'm excited.
The
Before I
midlife.
was?
That I probably should have gone to Columbia University first.
I kind of moved around a lot while my kids were little, and I sort of regret not being in maybe one or at least two solid places.
Not keeping in touch.
That's so fair.
With people I probably should have kept in touch with.
What do I regret the most? My second marriage.
Boom!
Wow.
Hammer.
Appreciated being young when I was younger.
Not going to Fort Lauderdale on spring break when I was in college.
Wow.
Not giving my father more ice cream when he died, before he died.
Not listening to myself at times in life when I should have.
Having had a problem with drugs and alcohol 25 years ago.
Maybe not paying attention, more attention.
The most interesting.
Paying
to
attention,
me.
more attention. Wait, I'm just having to stare down with this guy right now. I'm just locked in.
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?
I'm not gonna win.
I don't think you're gonna win. The most interesting to me was the woman who said, not following myself when I should have.
Mm-hmm.
And I can so see that as like a, damn, you had, I can picture these markers in life where you really have the road away from yourself and the road toward yourself. And choosing the road away from yourself is like detrimental.
Yeah.
Detrimental.
One of the other ladies, I think it was around the age 40, said not being single for longer.
Oh,
which I thought was...
I missed that.
I thought that was really
he's making
interesting.
it up.
I'm not. She was blonde. I don't remember what she looked like.
Oh.
But she said, yeah, not being single for longer. And I think that kind of ties into that idea of like not choosing or giving yourself the time to even choose the path that feels authentic to you, and instead just moving along with what's kind of what and life can just take you, you know, especially with societal expectations or whatever. But
keep going.
I want to see what this guy's thing. He said something about attention, but I want to hear the full thing again.
Years ago.
Maybe not paying attention, more attention when I was younger.
Not having a larger family.
I can't say I have any regrets.
That my mother didn't live long enough for me to take her to Paris.
Probably not having spent more time with my parents, but they weren't here.
Being frightened of so many things when I was younger.
Saying no to things has a ripple effect in my life.
That I didn't get sober sooner.
For not knowing when I was younger what I know now.
Trusting people too much and too long when they've let me down a few times.
Wait,
I regret.
that lady has a vibe. I just want to look at that fit.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. The necklace.
Yeah.
Wow.
She just hit with like a different frequency than everyone else.
Yeah.
The eyes.
Yeah. She's just kind of glowing.
Yeah. Wow.
Dang. I just had to point that out.
That is cool.
What did she say?
Cool.
Did she say something?
Yes.
For not knowing when I was younger what I know now.
Trusting people too much and too long when they've let me down a few times.
I regret my career choices early in life.
Not having finished a novel at this point.
I regret not joining the Peace Corps when I graduated from college.
Not having followed my dream to be an entertainer when I was younger.
I do regret that I didn't think I'd be a good parent.
I needed to be in a position where I had to file for divorce because I think that affected my daughter greatly. I think that was the only choice I had, but somehow I wish that could have been different.
That I would have known when I was younger what I know now.
That I didn't do all the things that I wanted to do, like go into the acting much earlier.
I feel like I was getting a lot of themes of regretting not connecting as much with family members, or making choices about relationships or divorce or trusting people, and then also pursuing passions that really mean something to you.
Yeah.
There's this business dude named Alex Hermosi who I've been listening to a good amount for like business advice recently. He's kind of like a alpha bro business guy, but similar to Aubrey Marcus in a way that I feel like he's super like sweet and genuine at the same time, and you can really feel that, even though he gives off this like alpha persona. But one of the big things he was talking about with business and like the things that people actually want in life was that he was saying, because the whole idea of a business is you're trying to solve a problem for people, and that is what value is, and that's what people will pay for. And he was like, the 3 things that people want or want to improve in their life is health, relationships, and wealth. Which I thought was just a really interesting take, and I feel like pretty much everything I heard in here could be put into those 3 sections. It's like those 3 and maybe like a fulfillment of self, like self-actualization or something. But so many themes of relationships, so many themes of wealth and wishing that they had done something differently in terms of education or career.
Yeah.
And then so many themes of health. A lot of the older people were talking about drug addictions or not being sober. The lady who was like, I wish I had gotten sober sooner, that was an interesting way of saying it, I thought. Because that's like, she's gotten sober late in life, and that then felt really good for her.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. I find, I think a lot about how thankful I am to be living my life so consciously at this age. Because I see all of these people, especially in the later years, and like it feels like so much of this could have been remedied if there was more consciousness earlier in life and awareness of asking the right questions, knowing what you want, figuring out what you want, rather than pissing away your 20s. It's like I feel like I've done the exact opposite of pissing away my 20s. Like my 20s have not been, and there's no way I'll ever say my 20s were great. And a lot of people, like my dad tells me all the time, like, oh, dude, like you need to enjoy yourself more. Like your 20s are supposed to be the most fun time of your life. Like you're supposed to be just having fun, like, you know, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, that's not what my experience has been. 20s have not just been fun. What it's felt like is I've been learning so much about myself. It feels like my 20s are setting myself up for the rest of my life. And it's not to be completely enjoyed now. Like that's not what I'm looking for, is just enjoyment. I'm looking to set myself up because that I need to build things inside of myself, release things inside of myself.
And enjoy the rest of your life.
And enjoy the rest of my life, and
not just the 20s.
Not just the 20s. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I really like what one woman said about not regretting being scared about things when she was younger. Yeah. And that resonates with one of my biggest regrets of self-handicapping a lot because of fear. So not taking the opportunity to do something or meet someone or connect with this person or go out of my way to initiate a new opportunity for something because I am afraid of failure and rejection and social shame, all of that. And I think one of my favorite things to remind myself is that I can do things that my anxiety says I can't, and I do, and I will, all the time, every single day.
Give me that.
Yeah.
Tasty.
And another...
keep going.
Speak. And there's this quote, I forget who, but it's in the book Heart Talk by Cleo Wade. Really great book with lots of advice in very poetic forms. And Cleo says, you are not only the masterpiece, but the artist too.
Oh, yeah.
I just... The eater, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, and that just so resonates, and it's just such good advice to remember.
Wow.
Throughout your whole life, 5 to 75.
Can you just give me a quick practical example of that?
Of being
the artist, not just the masterpiece.
I think part of the way that I'm conceptualizing that is thinking not only about outcome, but process too. And so you're not only the final product of the masterpiece, like this beautiful final vision in your life, this ideal whatever. You're not just trying to reach that, and once you reach that, then you're good. I like to think about it as process over outcome. So are you really, as the artist, are you enjoying your craft of realizing your whole life throughout the failures and little wins on your way to whatever final dream you may or may not have.
It almost feels like if you're the artist, then you can constantly improve, and not just like improve as in like, but in all aspects of life. Like if life itself is an art, then every little piece of it can be like mastered and enjoyed in that process, rather than just being like, I need to become.
Yes. Yeah, it's doing.
We also said that we were going to answer the question, what is our biggest regret? And Tess just alluded to at least like some regret that you have.
I was going to ask, would that be your biggest regret?
Self-handicapping in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Gotcha.
What about you, Mitch?
Mine would probably be not speaking up for myself, maybe for others, when I would have liked to. Times where I had something to say, but I just ate something that someone else said and I didn't say anything. And that feels like it's a ways that some of the ways that I've abandoned myself. Yeah, because there's a part of me that still holds that thing that I should have said inside because I didn't express it.
Oh, that's wild. That's so true.
Yeah.
I'd say for me it's being not wanting to show myself until I'm perfect.
Dang.
That also goes in with self-handicapping.
That's good.
Definitely. Yeah. Just like, I notice I have this aloof character that I go into where I would like, I'm more comfortable being the guy on the sideline at times just because I don't want to like risk looking bad. Or it's not even like, because if I intellectualize it a little bit, I'm like, I'm not actually afraid of looking bad. I like trying things and going for it, but it's scary. It's like that,
There's a risk factor with it.
Yeah, it's vulnerability. It's like truly putting yourself out there. Then you can truly get rejected.
And that's you can add that to the 22, 25, way older, 26 as of
Saturday.
2 days ago. Yeah, baby.
Happy birthday, Mitch.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
Come on now.
Wow. Nice. That was a cool video.
Yeah.
I like that.
Would love to hear some of y'all's biggest regrets.
Oh.
If you care to share.
That could be a cool comment section.
Yeah.
If you don't care to share, get out of here.
Speaking of which, we're gonna do that.
Yeah. Oh, that was smooth.
You like that?
Wow.
The transition king. Speaking of which, maybe.
Oh, man!
All right, folks, it's been a pleasure. Shout out to this adorable first child.
Wow.
Dude.
That's so
That's
cute.
Just playing
Unreal.
play on the playground.
Yes.
Wow.
That's how we all gotta live.
Yeah.
Yep.
So many lessons to learn from like a 5-year-old.
I think there's also more of these like people ages something to something answer videos.
Oh.
If you want more, this was actually really fun to react to. Would love more of this. Yeah, so let us know. Yeah.
All right, folks.
Lit sauce.
That.
Peace and many loves.
Much love.